A wise man once said, laughter is brightest in a place where food is. So I'm sure you can tell where all of my excitement is coming from. Hello and welcome to Taste the Time on iBrandTV. I am Michelle Abanum. Yes, I am currently at one of my favorite places on the island, Wingsville Grill House. So stick around because we're about to create so much magic in here. Welcome back, guys. If you're just tuning in, this is Taste the Time on iBrandTV. And like I said earlier on the show, I am in one of my favorite places ever, Wingsville Grill House. And of course, you can already tell our very special guest is on the show. Give it up, guys, once again for Chef Tan.
What's happening, people? How you doing today?
I'm sure you're doing all right. It's really amazing having you again on the show. The last time I was here, you made really amazing delicacies, and I can't wait to see what you have
Cooking up today.
Yeah. So before we go into all of that, let's gist a little. So I'd love you to run us through some of the challenges you faced trying to set up Wingsville Grill House. I mean, it's a whole lot to try to set up a business in Lagos, a business in Nigeria, and when it comes to food business, there's so many downsides to this business. So can you just run us through some of the processes and some of the challenges you faced trying to set up Wingsville Grill House?
Okay, so next year we're going to be 5 years. So we started this in 2017. Yes. January. Prior to that, I think like every other business, financing is a major hurdle. So, I mean, at the time, the budget was about 7-8 million, but obviously with trying to get that up and running, trying to get money from family, trying to get money from your savings and putting everything together. And eventually, obviously we started, but finance was one of the major hurdles that we faced.
You started here?
We started in the plaza down the road. Yeah. So luckily, I think that's what with business as well. Some goodwill you get as you start. So the plaza we were in, it was a friend that had the plaza. So instead of paying like a full year's rent, we paid half first.
Yeah.
Then another thing was staffing. To get the right staff in Nigeria is really, really difficult. So I always tell people that I'm looking for staff. You have to look for staff with prayer.
True.
You have to look for staff with prayer. But yeah, so I think staffing, getting the right hands that will be passionate about what you're trying to build, and financing were probably the two things that I faced starting in this way.
But what about competition? I mean, the stiff competition right here on the island. A whole lot of people are into this whole food business. Wasn't that a problem, competition?
To be honest, and I say this with all humility, I actually wasn't thinking about that. Because at the time, Wings was not really that popular. I think there was only one person that was doing it at the time, the way we wanted to do it, So I wasn't really looking at that. I was looking at getting out a very, very fantastic product, to the people. And with that, that was the mentality I had starting. I wasn't worried about competition. I just wanted to make sure that, look, when they taste what I'm bringing to the table, they love it. And I think that's the way we built our brand, just making sure that there was quality all the time.
Wow. That's really nice. Now let's go into the whole, the whole delicacies for the day. What do you have for us today, Chef Tan?
So today, I'll be making, to start, we'll have a garlic cheese bread. Then for the main course, we're going to have spaghetti bolognese.
Wow.
With a lot of cheesy goodness. And to wash that all down, we're going to have some nice French wine.
Okay.
Yes, with a twist.
Okay, so run us through some of your procedures for the meals.
Okay, so the starter, the cheese and garlic bread, we're gonna have like a baguette. It's French bread. We're gonna just I'll call it perfume it with garlic. Yeah. Then we'll put some cheese on top and then put it in the griddle so that it melts and it's all nice and yummy.
Yeah.
Then with the spaghetti bolognese, and there's a way I make it. So with the onions and carrots, I grate them so that when I cook the bolognese sauce, everything just marries together in the sauce. Yeah. So you're gonna see that, and I use very lovely beef, minced beef. So yeah, we got a lot in store for you today. So stay tuned for that.
Alright, so it's up to you now to create your magic. Now this is Chef Tan's corner, so let's go see what's happening in his corner.
Yes. Let's go. What up, people? Welcome to my kitchen, and let's throw it down. All right, first, we're gonna make our garlic cheese bread. So I have some French baguette here. So with this, I'm gonna cut at an angle. It's like I will do like about 1 inch cuts, about that size. Yeah. So I'm making about 9 baguettes today. I have some garlic here, so I've sliced it halfway. So what I want to typically do is just gonna rub the garlic on the bread to give it that garlic fragrance. Yeah. This is a very simple recipe, and it's a nice and quick bite to have if you're hosting a party as well. I mean, other variations, you can put some tomato sauce and cheese as well, and it's like a mini pizza. I'll show you how to make a simple tomato sauce as we make our pasta dish as well. So what this does, this like perfumes it with garlic. It gives it that nice fragrant smell. So I've got some cheddar cheese here, and it's just simple. I'm just gonna top each one with cheddar cheese, and we'll pop in the oven to let it cook and let the cheese melt. So just a nice amount of cheese on each one. So I've got my oven tray here. I'm going to just place that nice, and that's going to go in the oven so that the cheese melts, and that should take about 5 to 10 minutes in the oven. So right before I put them in, I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit of dry parsley on top for that fragrance. Now into the oven. All right, so to our second course now, we're going to be making spaghetti bolognese. So what I'm going to be doing, I have my mincemeat, I've got cheese, carrots, onions, garlic, tomato paste, and it's a plum tomatoes, and I blended them. So like I said earlier, I like to grate my onions and carrots so that everything just looks nice and together in the sauce. And it doesn't, you don't have chunks of vegetables in your sauce. This just makes everything nice and blend together. So to start with, follow me here. I'm going to put some olive oil in. So to my mincemeat, I want to add a cube of seasoning and some salt. So to this, while that is cooking, I'll put our tomato puree in the middle to cook. So now I'm gonna add my tomatoes. So now I'll let this cook for a bit. So we'll let that do its thing for about 10 minutes and we'll check it up. We'll also taste for seasoning and season if we need to add some more.
You go enter market, just make you go buy fresh palm fruits. When you reach house, you go wash, you go pound, your body go dey pain you, even your fingernails go dey pain you. But make una no worry, make una relax. I get good news for una. Una don hear of Banga fresh palm fruit extract. All you need to do na make you go for the up, open am. Take the amount wey you want, put am for your pot. Which soup you wan make? Shey na egusi, shey na ogbono, shey na vegetable, shey na banga. My sister no waste time again. My brother no waste time again. Just go buy Banga fresh palm fruit extract. They go know say you sabi cook and you be better cook.
Banga, come make your food yummy yum.
Distributors needed nationwide. Phone number 081 63 974447. 08035644436 07066638213. Banga fresh palm fruit extract.
Our sauce is coming along nicely. The meat is cooking nicely in the tomato sauce. So at this point now, so that I get some texture into my carrot, I want to put the carrots in and fold them in, and the rest of the onions. So this way, like I said, you look how you see how everything will marry in nicely. So I like my Bolognese sauce very thick and nice. So we'll leave that so that the carrots and the onions can nicely slide into our sauce and get married all nicely together in there. So let's leave that again. So as you can see, our sauce is quarter to done. Now at this point, for those that like spicy, you know, we have a nice spicy sauce we have make in house. You can add your spicy here and just let it marry together, or you can have it the way it is and it's just nice and just normal. So I'm going to add a bit of the pepper sauce. So this pepper sauce is just atarodo with garlic, oil, cooked to seasoning, and cooked over just over heat for about 20 minutes. It's really spicy, so be careful with your when adding. Now with Bolognese, you can either have it on top of the spaghetti, or you mix it up together just put the sauce into the spaghetti onto the sauce, or you do like a stir fry type situation. So I'm going to do it two ways. I'm going to take some out now and put aside for dishing purposes, and I'm going to make one for, look at that, it's so beautiful and yummy. So I already have some pasta boiled down. Let me reduce the heat on that. So let's check on our garlic cheese bread. So as you can see, I put it on the broiler, and you can see that is so yum. Let's give that a taste. That's really yummy. So Here we go. Garlic cheese bread. Yummy. All right, so now, like I said, I'm going to do the pasta 2 ways. Okay. So, I'm going to top with some cheddar cheese, just for the win. So this is one style of plating we're going to do. So your pasta underneath with the sauce, some nice cheese, and some parsley for garnishing.
Oh boy, winning you was so easy.
I just couldn't stand those your powerful shots. That's what happened.
Really? Let's go to my place for dinner.
This fufu is so nice.
It's through unripe plantain flour.
True unripe plantain flour is delicious.
Yes, true unripe plantain flour is what I serve my husband for swallows. It's easy to prepare, fortified with vitamin A, low in sugar and cholesterol, rich in fiber that helps the heart, builds and strengthens the bone, and his energy level is boosted.
Through unripe plantain flour, no additives, 100% natural, a product of Pali Agro Products Nigeria. Through unripe plantain flour, available in all leading stores nationwide.
What we're going to do today, I'm going to just add a bit of Sprite, you know.
Why Sprite?
So, I don't know. But Sprite gives it a nice flavor.
Okay.
So it's almost like, if I did soda water, it would be like sparkling wine.
Okay.
But this is like sparkling sweet wine. Yeah, exactly. So I just top it up with a red wine. All right. So here you go. Now, cheers. Cheers.
This is really good.
It's refreshing, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah, I like it's really refreshing.
Okay, so I really cannot wait to try, you know.
All right, so let me put that there for you.
Okay.
So this is our garlic cheese bread. And you see that was put in the broiler, so the cheese melted and it was nice, and it has a nice char to it as well. So dig in. Cheers. Cheers, yeah.
Really crunchy. Really crunchy.
And the cheese is nice and very fragrant, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can taste the garlic. That's one really beautiful thing about cooking. Basically combining flavors, and it tastes really nice.
Just that rubbing of garlic on it just brings out like a perfume on the bread.
Yeah.
Like I said, you can add some tomato sauce,
Okay.
and this way you have mini pizzas.
Wow.
Yeah.
So why didn't you add tomato sauce here?
Why not? But it's very not, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So normally just when you put your garlic, you put the tomato sauce, then the cheese, and you put in the oven.
Oh, wow. This is really nice.
Yeah.
Let me just drop this here.
So, like I said when I was cooking, I've done the pasta, I've served it 2 different ways. So this way, we mix the sauce and the pasta together. I topped it with cheese. But this way, I just had the
Is the
spaghetti
cheese
under.
part of the recipe, or it's just
It is.
here? It is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I mean, it adds swag to it. If you want to just have it normal pasta with the sauce, you can. But the cheese gives extra flavor as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's dig in. Can I
So,
have
here you go.
No, I think I forgot.
All right.
It's back there.
So, bon appetit.
Thank you.
Is that good?
You know, there's sometimes when you eat some stuff, you can't just get the whole memo in the first place. You have to dig in.
To dig in well and nice.
Wow. This is really good. And I'm going to rate this whole
Ensemble,
course meal.
yeah.
This is really nice.
Yeah, so like I said, it's up to you. If you want to make it spicy, just put extra pepper sauce at the end.
Yeah. Okay, so let me rate this meal.
Yeah.
I am going to.
So over 10, yeah.
What?
Over 10, give me.
Yeah, over 10.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give it because nobody is perfect. So
Okay.
I'll give you a 9.973.
9.9732199999.
021.
Yeah.
You know, the meal was really fantastic. It was really amazing.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of dishes, you know, we Nigerians, let me bring it back to our country. We Nigerians, we have a way of mixing foods. We have really weird combos. So let's talk about some weird combos, some weird combination of foods. Tell me one of those really weird combinations you've ever heard of. Not eating now, you've heard of.
So I think because I don't like sardines that much.
Okay.
I think sardines with anything for me is weird.
Are you serious? Why?
You know, I mean, that's me. I think it's because I think I had so much sardine when I was little.
Okay.
So growing up, it just became a thing that I didn't like. Like if I smell sardines, I'll literally puke. So I think when I see people like dipping the bread in oil of the sardine, for me that's a very weird, like I feel like what are you doing type situation.
Now, let's come back to what happened today in the kitchen. I noticed you washed your hands before you started this whole cooking process. Kindly restate the reasons why you washed your hands before, you know.
I mean, that's just general hygiene, you know, especially now with the virus around, you know.
What virus?
But I mean, that's another debate. But I mean, generally in the kitchen, I mean, that's just hygiene. Before I start cooking, I wash my hands and make sure that there are no germs. You know, because I'm very hands-on when I cook. So having clean hands, my sexy hands.
I know, right?
Yes, right.
The hands used in creating magic.
Magic, exactly.
Okay, so that's beautiful. Now, would love. This is an amazing meal. Like, it was really fantastic. I enjoyed every bit of it. But then, it looks expensive. Like, it looks really expensive. So can you like give us a budget for this whole meal? Tell us where we can get most of the stuffs. Something like that.
Funny you say it's expensive. It's actually quite affordable. So the French bread, I got that whole steak for $2.70.
Wow.
Yeah. The cheese, most major supermarkets have a deli counter. So there they sell cheese, bacon.
What kind of cheese?
So this is cheddar cheese. And they can cut into blocks for you. So the whole block I used was about 1,500.
Okay.
So I used half of that. So you can use half, keep, you know, or you can just buy what you need for this meal. So we have 270 on the bread. We have 1,005. That was 1,005, yeah, for the cheese. But we use that for both meals, and I still have some. Then I have my pasta was $250. This alone cost me about under 1,000 naira.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really affordable.
Yeah. So the pasta dish, pasta is about $250. The tomato puree was the sachet one. I got that for, I think, was it 80 naira? Thereabout. The minced meat, that is pure mince, so it's not mixed with anything, any fat. That I got a kilo, and I think a kilo of that was 1,000 something, 1,008. But I used half of that.
Okay.
Then Maggi is, so this meal roughly is about 1,005. So everything here is 2,500 naira.
Wow.
Yes.
I mean, it's really affordable.
It is.
So you can
And
eat
it's really
really nice meals
Yes.
with a very slim budget. Yeah.
And I think just moving in this direction we are now, it's nice to actually, I miss home cooked food all the time. So I'm always constantly cooking to have that fresh feel, you know. A lot of places, you don't know what they put into their food, so it's good to balance it out. You know, like this is fresh, I know that I made this is fresh. And it's nice for people to do, so you can bond together with your friends in the house or family. You know, so yeah, so it's a nice way to bond. You know, cook and just gist with your people, like how we're doing right now. Yes,
so thank you so much for this wonderful meal and for your words of wisdom. We really appreciate, and we hope to see you on our next episode.
Yeah.
Really hope so.
We are
Thank
here.
you so much. I really enjoyed. And what you call this again?
So this is a wine coulis. A wine coulis. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank
once
you
again.
so much. Okay, so we've come to the end of another beautiful episode of Taste Time. Do not forget, you can always watch this episode of the program on our YouTube channel. Take care, see you some other time. Bye-bye.